Hi, my name is Katie. I am the lead singer, whoa, that's funny to say, of the band Muna. And today you are going to be composting with me at my house. So let's talk about what composting is before we do it. And hopefully this could help some people get started with their own compost bins at home because it's really easy to do. So compost is essentially scraps from your kitchen, green waste mixed with dead plants, dead trees, also plants, so it doesn't really make sense to, you know what I mean, brown waste, so wood scraps. These mix together and decompose into soil that is really, really good for your plants, and I'll tell you why. So when you put kitchen scraps and the brown waste together, the things that are actually decomposing that waste are these little microorganisms, and those microorganisms, when they enter into your potting soil for your plants, are really, really, really helpful for your plant to thrive. I think of it like giving your plant a whole community, a little world of organisms that love it and want it to do well. So it's just like us. Plants don't want to be in this alone. So I'm walking now to my kitchen. My ceramic compost container is currently overflowing. Here's me and my compost. Ooh, it's pungent. It's time for me to take it out to my bin. Maybe first I could kind of go over what I have in this bin as like a random sampling of what is good to put in. Trying to keep it simple. If you're a vegetarian, especially if you're a vegan, you can put pretty much everything you cook into your compost bin. You can also put, for example, I have like a wet paper towel. I have lemon peels, moldy bread, seeds from different fruits, coffee grounds, tea bags. That's just a random sampling. Some like greens that have gone off. So basically it makes you feel less guilty for not using all your food in your fridge because you can just put it in your compost. Lots of people freak out about like being nervous that they're putting the wrong thing in. In general, I would say like don't worry about it. Generally, like you don't want to put meat in because it will smell bad and attract rodents. And you don't want to put like super greasy food. I'm actually not sure why, but people say you don't want to put cooked food in. But if a little bit of any of that gets in there, I feel like that's fine because the pile is going to be so big. Just do your best and problems are going to happen and then you'll deal with it as they come. Okay, so now I'm outside and I'm taking this and I'm gonna put it into that. I did have somewhat of a disaster happen, which was that the liquid from this bin got onto my jeans. So that sucks and that's never happened before, but I guess I was distracted. So here's my bin. This is what is inside. My friend gave me some food scraps yesterday, so that's why there's food on top. If I'm like re-upping, this is a good example because it's really not in a great state right now. I'm going to dump this. It's gonna make a crazy noise probably. Yep. Some other things that you should add are definitely eggshells. And like most other people in LA right now, I'm making bread with a sourdough starter, so I have also some yeast in there. So yeah, here, to me this looks beautiful. So once you've put your green waste in, most people think about this like lasagna. So you'll do a layer of green waste and then you need to add a layer of brown waste. So I have a little mulch pile. A lot of people might say like, I don't know where to get mulch. You should look and see if your city has free mulch piles because a lot of cities do. But also if you're doing nature walks right now, like you could probably just take a little bucket or something with you and collect leaves from different trees, and that works fine. So let's put this on top of the green waste. There we go. One step I'm not going to show is watering the compost. You just want to make sure it is moist because water is the third variable that starts the decomposition process. So if it's dry, then it's not going to break down. Those little organisms aren't going to come in. But I am going to till the compost. I'm going to like move it around a little bit. So some people think that tilling is an important thing to do. Some people think you shouldn't do it at all because it disturbs the community of microorganisms. I don't actually know. So sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. If you really need your compost to break down fast, I would say till it more. The other day I had a friend who had started a compost bin and she was like, I'm self-conscious because my compost hasn't finished. And I realized that she didn't have a sifter. So this is my compost sifter, and there's a crow up there. If you are starting the process of composting, it can take up to 6 months, and every piece of it is, going at a different pace. My dog is excited. Such a scene stealer. You've got such a weird bark. Everyone's gonna wanna know. Taking compost out and sifting it is gonna allow you to get the finished compost and start using it in your plants sooner than if you were waiting for the entire pile to be done. I don't know why exactly I brought this into my house, but here is what some of my finished compost looks like. So you can see there's some eggshells, little pieces in there. Yeah, lots of microorganisms in there that are gonna be helpful to my baby veggies. So now that I've taken you through the process, I thought I would address some ways that you can do this if you don't have certain materials. So if you don't have a backyard, but you do have a fridge, you can start saving food scraps in your freezer. And that actually will incorporate the water element, because when it melts in the bag, then it will already be watered. If you have any outdoor space at all, like if you have a balcony or a back alley, you can actually start composting by using like a black plastic bag. So just Google using black plastic bag as a compost bin. And like I said, you can get mulch often for free from the city or from just going on walks and picking up dead leaves or waste. Just like become that crazy person, just do it. There's so many benefits to your plants at home and also to the world, because you're saving so many things from going into landfills and you're just interacting with life in a different way. So I hope you start composting, and I hope you stay home and stay safe and stay sane. Thanks.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.